Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Painted Dog TV and another gorgeous afternoon here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Myself, Ryan and Andrew out with you this afternoon, folks. And yeah, we are on a cheetah mom and cub mission this afternoon. Not that we have any new updates, to be fair. Nobody's seen them yet, but I figure what we do this afternoon is we'll just go into that area of where she was last seen. Now that the swales have dried up somewhat, I want to head up that way and just see if we can find some fresh tracks of them. But yeah, beautiful afternoon. Got a couple of updates on the radio already. Sounds like elephants are right up in the north, just in between the homes on Leopard at the moment. The pride are still on Kai and Lowveld. Nobody knows where the two ginger males are. And I believe this morning the injured male lion was seen again, still feeding on the small remains of that big warthog that he had killed. So good to know that he's had a good feed. But you never know, we may stumble upon tracks or signs of the two ginger male lions. But like I say, everybody, our mission this afternoon is to try get into the central parts of Blowbank and see if we can find any fresh signs of the cheetah and her babies. We'll start off by going past my favorite little spot, Kudu Krip, which is just up ahead here. Just go and see, we might get some rhino there. It's been an exceptionally warm day, 35 degrees Celsius. It was the hottest it got here today, so it's been quite toasty. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful to have the blue skies above us, sun's out, birds are chirping, and no risk of rain, which is always great for us, at least when we're doing these live safaris. Just going to quickly say hello to our pack members who are on the private channel that have joined us this afternoon. Good afternoon, Carol, Mary, Becky, Barbara, Rosemary, Canadian, Mary. Hello, ladies. Lovely to have you with us. Yes, Carol, I believe not much left on that warthog kill, so he's probably finished it by now, but I don't think he would have got too far from where the kill was. Being quite fat and full, but at the same time, obviously, with his injury, I don't think he would have got very far. Might have perhaps moved on to try and find water. The nearest water to where he is probably at Lodge Pan, one of the small little pans that's on Leopard. That, or he might have headed towards Lowveld of South Africa. Now I am going to probably end up at Lowveld of South Africa this afternoon, but we'll start here at Kudu Krip. Still quite warm, so I would imagine a lot of the game will still be hiding out in the shade for the time being. And they'll definitely be out seeking water as well now that the temperatures have risen again.
Vehicle number 2, Quentin is on the lock with the male lion and the warthog carcass.
There we go, I've just got an update now. It sounds like that injured male lion is still where the carcass was, so hasn't moved much at all. Now I'll just monitor the vehicle traffic, everybody, this afternoon, because there are a lot of people out on the reserve at the moment. And already there's 3 vehicles that have shown in that male line. We limit the number of vehicles to a sighting, of course. We never allow more than 3 at one time, so as we don't put too much pressure on the animal. But also I like it pretty quiet when we go to these sightings, so that there's not too much chaos and noise around. I've just spotted a leopard tortoise, everybody, which we'd love to show you.
Good afternoon, all stations, traffic on mobile and network.
And it looks like he might be coming down towards the water for a drink here. Oh, there's a second one. There's two here.
What's the second?
Oh, were you filming that one, Andrew?
Oh, I'm still on that one.
Ah, okay. All right. Wonderful. We'll stay with that one because the other one's now hiding itself. It's gone under some bushes.
Okay. Gotcha.
There's the second one. Highly mobile. Shame. Didn't like the sight of us, that particular individual. It's out of here. Look at that one now, starting to feed everybody. Clearly very comfortable with us being here at this distance. I just love seeing all of these tortoises at this time of the year. I drove through the reserve to get to FC this afternoon, and I must have driven past 5 or 6 of them. I'm not joking. They were all out and about. Of course, with the temperatures warming up now, it'll mean that they've got loads of energy. Being reptiles, obviously cold-blooded, they require sunshine to heat up, warm up. He's going to town there. Hungry little guy. I assume it's a male, judging by size and how pronounced the ridges are on his shell. I think it's quite a mature male, this. So cool. Such beautiful markings on this little creature. It's almost like someone took a wet paintbrush with a bit of black paint, just like sort of banged the tip of the paintbrush on their shell. You can see why it's called a leopard tortoise. The marking's fairly similar to that of a leopard. They are quite funny to watch when they're feeding. Just trying to see which swallows are busy flying around us here. There's a whole bunch of them. It's amazing. We parked here facing directly into the sun, sweating profusely whilst we're sitting here dead still straight into the sun. Very toasty indeed. Carol, to answer your question about the cheetah boys, yeah, they are camped on Kind Lovu on the southern fence line. I assume there must be a female there that's an estrus. That's why they've stayed there for so long. They're obviously, very interested in the lovely smell she's giving off, and they're trying desperately to court that female through the fence, which of course is in vain. But I know that they were seen there yesterday. Alright everybody, I'm going to leave this beautiful leopard tortoise to its late lunch. Let's head off and go find some cheetah cubs, shall we?
If you do it, the whiskey still stands.
I'm sure you all heard Andrew. He's just said if I discover the cubs, I get a bowl of whiskey. Fantastic incentive for me.
like giving you encouragement, so
No, I like it too, Andrew. It's very nice.
you more to find the thing.
It's very nice. I'm going to take my favourite little sneaky road here, everyone, that runs down towards the banks of the Sunsloot River here. Great area for this female leopard that calls this area home. And also want to go and check the pan. I've mentioned it several times on my drives. There's a beautiful natural pan that is formed right at the end of this road. I've always said when the rains come, when the good rains come, it's going to become a very good mud wallow for the rhino and the elephants. Just go have a look and see if we don't get any rhino wallowing there today.
Got 4 rhino and rhinoceros just lying in the water.
Rhinoceros, where is that? Sorry, Kevin, where exactly is Rhinoceros?
I didn't hear you too well, but you're obviously not holding the button tight enough. Something about rhinoceros.
Yeah, affirmative. Where is Rhinoceros, Kevin? Sorry.
Just off Sunsloot Road, close to the Sunsloot riverbed. So when you go through Suncamp, just a little track off to the left.
Okay, copy that. Thanks very much, Kevin. I'm not too far from you. I'd like to come join you.
Oh, no problem. Just keep coming.
I'd imagine this is the elephants. Maybe not. Could be the storm. Clearly nobody's been through here in a little while. So it sounds like Kevin has just located 4 white rhino, everybody, which are in a mud wallow. Still a little ways ahead, but on the route that I want to take this afternoon. I've told him that we are interested, but we'll first check my little mud wallow, my pan up ahead here, see if there aren't any other rhino there. Oh, imagine the black rhinos in the mud wallow. Yes, please. That would be insane.
It'll be better than Christmas.
Hello Jennifer, lovely to have you with us. Hope you're well. We certainly are. Another gorgeous afternoon here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve.
Bit of good luck with that black rhino lately, eh?
Certainly have. It's been wonderful seeing that black rhino a couple of times in the last few months. Had 3 sightings on the live safaris. Watch your head.
there.
I don't know what number we are. Possibly number 4? That's correct, number 4.
So much good shade in this area. It'd be a perfect place for a leopard to spend the middle of the day. Just hiding out in the shadows somewhere here in the shade, waiting for prey to come walking along this road. I have found her tracks on this road recently. That's the young female leopard whose territory we're in. We call her, for the time being, Kudu Crip 2-3 female. 2-3 refers to her spot pattern, either side of her nostrils, either side of her nose. A unique spot pattern that every single leopard has. So she has 2 spots on the left side of her face and 3 spots on the right side of her face, which sit just above the whisker line. Right, we're getting very close now to this little pan that I was talking about earlier, everybody, this mud wallow. I don't know if there's any water in it at the moment. Ah dear, that's very, very unfriendly.
Audacity.
It could even be from the storm, eh? I don't see any fresh signs of elephant around here. Yeah, this is chainsaw material. Not going to move this in a hurry. Certainly not going to be able to do it myself. Just want to see if there's a way we can get around here. Where there's a will, there's a way, everybody. Just had to do a bit of clearing, but I have found a way through here. I'm determined to get to that.
Pull off.
Maybe, yeah. I'm determined to get to that mud wallow, everybody. Just like I say, very close by here. So I'm just going to go off-road to get around this pushed over tree. Watch your sides, gentlemen. Just watch the aerials at the back. Sorry, last station, who are you calling?
Calling you. Are you still coming?
Yeah, sorry, I am on my way. Just had to stop quickly, everybody. Ryan's lost his hat to a tree behind us. But there we go. We've successfully navigated a fallen over corkwood.
Marking mobile and leverage. I've got update, thanks.
Oh, there's lots of water here, everybody. Oh, beautiful. Haven't seen any rhino tracks yet. But look at how amazing this pan is. No, scratch that. There are some rhino tracks here. Not fresh though, white rhino tracks. But look at the amount of water that's sitting in this beautiful pan now. There was nothing here a week ago. Magic. Oh, unfortunately just flushed a hammock up that was sitting above the water there. This is so beautiful. I love seeing these natural pans form across the reserve during the summer months, during the rains. Andrew just pointing out a foam nest above the tree there, or rather above the water there in the guarri tree. Foam nest frog, which has clearly taken advantage of this beautiful natural pan that's formed here. Just want to have a look around the water's edge and see who's come to drink here. Some recent kudu tracks. Warthog. Interesting. It looks like the rhinos haven't found it yet. It's a perfect place to find some of the more elusive waterbird species as well, like dwarf bittern and the herons. They often sit in the trees above the water here, feeding on frogs mostly, but also fish that will eventually find their way into this natural pan. Just looking up in all the trees here though, there are foam nests everywhere. It's amazing how quickly they find these pans. This little spot. You can see how it's mostly in just be pure heaven for the rhino to come and wallow in this on the really hot summer days. Carol, to answer your question about the lesser moor hens, it's not impossible. We could potentially come across them here, but I don't know if there are any records here. I've certainly never seen them, the lesser moor hens, on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Copy that, Kevin. Just so you're aware, there's a large corkwood pushed over on Vlakvark Pan track. Right, I'm just going to pick up the pace, everybody, and head up to where Kevin is with his other rhino. Not too far from here now, just the other side of the Sunsloot River. They apparently were in a mud wallow, but I think they've just got up, left the mud wallow and heading back up towards the road. Good afternoon, Willow. Lovely to have you with us.
Copy.
We're just about to get into a sighting of a group of rhino that Kevin's located close by to us here. They were apparently in a mud wallow, and now they're out.
So they left there, but they're still in the bush between the pan and there.
Okay, magic. Hello, everybody.
They're sleeping away.
How you doing?
Pan, much better.
Now they're on the move. Hungry.
Not moving, but they're standing next to the side. So if you can't see them from the road, just go down to the pan and you'll possibly see them on the way.
Okay, magic. Thank you, Kev. What was your route down here?
I came from Sporesnayers and Leopard.
Okay.
You see the cheetah females.
Yeah, that's why I'm here as well. Are you going to go up here by any chance? If you don't, I'll go there after the run.
I'm going to go and get the
Lekker. Enjoy, guys. Just busy chatting to some wonderful human beings there, Kevin and Greer, and then also Hanno and Andreas from Rhino Revolution. Didn't recognize the other lady that was on the vehicle there. I think she's also one of the Leadwood homeowners. But these rhino, everybody, are apparently just close by to where we are now. As I mentioned, they have got up from the wallow, but Kevin says they were just standing, they weren't moving much. Possibly when Kevin started his vehicle that they got up from the wallow. So we'll head in towards the pan and just see. You never know, they might go back to it. Look at this stunning little pan here. Again, completely natural pan that's formed here over the years. There's one rhino, if not more. Oh, there we go, there's a third. I think I saw No Hope and her calf here. Let's just sit back and see what the bull wants to do here. Just briefly came towards us here. It's just behind this dead tree here, everybody. Checking us out. Amazing to think that there's 2.8 tons of animal in that bush, and you can barely see it. Just now here another vehicle that's coming our way. Not sure if they're aware of these rhino. Certainly didn't tell me they were coming here. Right, so I think what I'll do, everybody, is I'm going to head off. I'm going to go around to the other side. They're right here, they're just here. I'm going to go from the other side. Jeez, there's a whole bunch of rhino in here. It might even be more than 4. Let's see if we can get a view from the other side here, everybody.
Yeah, go ahead. Please confirm, are we allowed to go around the boma? No restriction at the boma, and also lifting restriction on the 2 tracks and off.
Oh wow, look at this, everybody. They've come out in the open here.
Copy, thank you.
Try get in here as quietly as possible so that I don't spook them. Doesn't look like it's No Hope and her calf. These are all larger animals. Look at that. Oh, that's stunning. Magic. What a treat, everybody. So it looks like a mother and calf in the middle. You see this one that's just been pushed off. It was pushed off by an adult cow, but it too is a cow. This one here closest to us, a young cow, and then a dominant bull who's at the back behind all of them. Now they were all sitting happily in that mud wallow, but I think of course with the vehicles that have come in here now, they've been disturbed somewhat. That's okay, they'll eventually settle again. What a lovely treat. A crash of 4 white rhino. Often referred to as a crash when you see a group of them together like this, but this of course is a temporary association. Rhinos don't herd together permanently. So it's usually just mom and calf, and then bulls on their own. But of course the bulls come into contact with females within their territory and will hang out with them. Mainly because they're trying to see if they can mate with any of the females they discover. And what you probably find is this young cow that's here in shot at the moment might even be the daughter of the adult cow here, her previous daughter, although unlikely judging by the size of her current calf. Sadly, what we have seen happening over the recent years, the last decade, with all the poaching that's happened, very often the poachers will kill the adult female and leave the calves, because the calves, being so little, don't have any horns of value. And so just leave the calves, and you find these calves are then orphaned. And what has naturally happened, we've seen it in the Kruger National Park, which is obviously very close by to where we are here, is other adult rhino have been very accepting of these orphans and allowed them to basically spend their lives with them, the first couple of years of their lives with them, which is quite remarkable. So at the very beginning of my discussion now, I said that they don't live in permanent herds. They don't. These are temporary associations. And later, when they become mature, sexually mature, they'll separate. Jeez, just the most beautiful light on them here. If you look closely at the rhino that Andrew's got in picture, you look closely at its horns, the base of the horns, you can actually see the fibers of hair. They stand out really nicely when this rhino turns its horns into the light. You can see the dense hair at the base of the horn. So of course the horn is made of keratin, compounded hair. Just made of keratin, the same as our fingernails. Now I'm in the path of where these rhino want to head to, everybody. So I'm going to move out and just give them space because they're being pushed by the bull behind them. I want to let them go where they need to go, where they want to go. Just give them their space here. Maybe just go sit a little bit further back on the road and see if they come up towards us here.
You are entering Blue Bank number 10.
So we might struggle to see them for the time being. But they are slowly trying to move away from the bull. So like I say, everybody, we just wanted to give them their space. I'm sure they're going to come out for us now. There's 2 stations with 4 white rhino on the Sunsloot Put, just east of Sandkamp, east of the Sunsloot crossing. Shame. I think that rhino just got our wind. Just felt the breeze, the direction of the wind change, now coming over my right shoulder from me towards those rhino. They of course are well aware that we're here. They've seen us, they've heard the vehicles moving around, but just as the wind swirled there, it probably took our horrible scent straight towards that rhino, and it didn't like that smell, and ran back to the safety of the others. Apparently. What a privilege it is for us, everybody, to have these amazing prehistoric creatures on our reserve, and to know that they are so safe here. Just moving up a little bit because they are flanking us, the rhino, at the moment. You can see that the rhino aren't all that concerned by us. Now that this one's starting to feed, when they start to feed again, it's always a sign that they feel comfortable and relaxed. They wouldn't be feeding if they were nervous. And you can actually see on this particular one that we haven't shot here, there's an oxpecker that's joined it, busy trying to pick off the ticks and other parasites, little parasites that collect on a rhino's skin. What you also might notice on those ears are the notches, particularly the right ear. There's 2 distinctive notches on this rhino's ear. So we cut their ears like that to mark them so that we can identify each of the individuals. We have to regularly dehorn the rhino here. Deter poachers from wanting to come and kill them for their horn. And yes, Carol, I think you're right. Either that one was too young or they just didn't find it when they were doing the dehorning this year. actually going to get a nice view of the bull now. He's coming out on the right. So this will be the dominant bull, everybody. Dominant to this territory, to this area. And as I was saying before, he'll regularly come across other rhino in his territory and come and investigate to see if any of those rhino are sexually mature or in estrus. He'll spend some time with them, and if there's no females that are willing to mate, then he'll move on. He'll carry on, go off and do his own thing again, spending most of his life pretty in that way. Look at the oxpecker climbing into that young, looks like a young bull. Yeah, it is a young bull, I think. Young bull's ear. Standing by.
Now the drive is clear now.
Copy, thanks very much. Yeah, great view of Mom here. I think she's a little bit grumpy with us this afternoon. Grumpy with the vehicles. She hasn't stopped to feed once. She's just been watching the vehicles here. Now the smaller of the three rhino, the one with the full horn, short but full horn, will definitely be her current calf. Amazing. Again, some great light on them here, everybody. So you can see the two younger rhino are clearly feeding. They're not concerned. But Mom, however, hasn't stopped to feed yet. Still just very wary of us. They are incredible mothers and so protective of their young. Sorry, last station go again. I struggled to copy you.
Martin, station with the rhino, just on the car, see if I can catch.
See, this little calf is now just bumped right up close to Mom as the other vehicle started its engine. Mom is always safety, often staying glued to their mother's backside.
Radio check, radio check.
They're copying you 5 out of 5.
The radio works.
So these three seem to be heading off, but the bull is still trailing them, coming up from behind here. Look at that. Oh man. How special is this, everybody? Little one gave Mom a soft nudge there, almost to say, okay, let's go. I've had enough of these humans. The bull is still back here next to us, everybody, just biding his time, doing his thing, feeding on grass. I think he's just picked up now that the others have moved off, so he's going to catch up to them, I think. Oh, he's a big bull, they say. He is massive. See how he puts his nose to the ground? He follows the other rhino, mainly on scent, more than anything else. They've got exceptional hearing as well, the rhino, so they might hear the others moving and follow that. But a big part of the way that he locates other rhino is by following their scent. Oh, another vehicle that's just come to join us with the rhinos, unannounced. I think that's going to be the common theme over Christmas. A lot of people out here who don't know the radio procedure, they don't spend a lot of time on the property. They'll have holiday homes that they come to visit here this time of the year and just drive around, really. But it's okay. No harm, no foul. I'm going to leave the rhino here, everybody. Looks like Mom's going to lead her little calf away, and I'm sure the other sub-adult will follow soon. And of course we know the bull's going to trail them. But we'll leave them be here. I'm not going to continue following them through the thick bush here. Disturbed them enough today. Oh, what an incredible sighting. Love spending time with these prehistoric giants. These rhino will thrive at this time of the year now with all the rains and the fresh new grass that's come up. Time of plenty. It's actually the biggest controller of rhino is the weather conditions, the climate. When we have droughts, that will be the biggest killer of rhino, and in particular rhino calves. A lot of calves will succumb during the drought months. When we have a drought, doesn't look like we'll have a drought this year, thank goodness. But you can imagine an animal that size doesn't really have that many natural predators. Lions from time to time will attempt it, but usually in vain. So the most natural controller of rhino populations is drought. But they are certainly thriving here now. Alright everybody, let's see if we can go find some cheetah cubs. Hello guys. Enjoy. Leaving those 4 rhinos still on Sunsplit pupped with one other station. They are moving east. Right, cheetah cubs, come on everybody, positive thinking, positive vibes. Just glance back and I see Andrew has got his fingers crossed. Oh man.
There's no harm in trying. So.
No, good man, good man. It would be ridiculous if we found them. Wasn't too far from here, everybody, where they were seen.
One wild dog just to the right of the loading ramp.
Must be over 2 weeks, I think, since since someone last saw the cubs. The one and only time that female cheetah and her cubs were seen.
Just a little point, don't call in the wild dogs in the Burma, because otherwise you get us thinking there's wild dogs that got out of alternatives and another bachelor.
So quite a prominent intersection here that I've just come up to, everybody. And as I was saying, it was along the very next road where the female cheetah and her cubs were seen. I'm just going to stop here and jump off the vehicle and have a very close look around this area and see if I don't see any tracks. Nothing so far. Definitely have not come past here since the rains. So we'll go up along this road now, everybody, where they were seen. Case maybe that was a spot where she was keeping these cubs stashed. Beautiful zebra here to our right. Pair of zebra. Sure, that mare at the back looks heavily pregnant. I assume it'll be the pair's first foal. I do see a third zebra in the distance beyond them. See if we can have another look at this mare. Look at that belly. Look how it's hanging. She's about to burst. That's a wonderful time. Well, a wonderful thing to witness. These newborn zebra foals. They are so cute. So full of energy. Lots of fun to watch. There's the stallion following her now. Beautiful creature. you'll see me weaving off the road quite regularly along here, everybody. The one byproduct with having all of the homeowners out here, the non-regular homeowners that are out and about on drive, is they don't look for tracks. And with that many vehicles out, they're driving over tracks, which makes things a little bit more difficult for me. So I just need to weave off and see if I can get lucky with tracks in between the vehicle tracks. Afternoon.
Not sure what number I am.
It was just here where that cheetah was seen with the cubs. Where we are right now, they were walking along this road. Not seeing any tracks along here, however. Shoot up to another prominent intersection of roads just up ahead here. See if we see any tracks there, and then I might actually push on further east all the way to the eastern fence line and then cut back to below Villabius Dam, right at the end of our drive. Once the sun's gone down, nice and cool, might get some game coming to drink at that waterhole. no sign here. We'll push on towards the eastern fence. Yes, indeed, Mary. The light is perfect this afternoon. It's such a beautiful evening. We've found a road that nobody's driven since the rain. My favorite type of road. Probably hear the red-crested coron that's calling here to our left. High-pitched, squeaky call. Beautiful bird. Now I like this road for the cheetahs because it cuts through some really good savanna areas, open grassland. I would imagine the mother comes to hunt here quite often. Very excited there for a brief moment. Some hyena tracks on the road here. Not very fresh. That's that hyena again. I'd be very happy, of course, if we did find a hyena, spotted hyena. These tracks, however, are not fresh of the hyena. They're from during the rains. Of impala on the other side of the fence. So these impala are on the Blue Canyon Conservancy, everybody. The private reserve to the east of us. Right, we'll do a bit of a run up along the fence here. Still looking for tracks of cheetah. I don't think I've heard the male cheetah being called in yet today. Don't think anyone's found them on Kind Lowveld this afternoon. So you never know, they might have snuck back onto Blaubank, and when they do, they often come south along the fence here. Of course, it'd be wonderful to see the males, but it's the female and the cubs I'm hoping to find signs of. But we'll just follow the fence line and then cut in towards Lowveld of South Dam in the next little while. Look at that. The unfortunate a few will die on these fences. And this is a little specs hinge tortoise that's got caught here.
SSD's fine, Basil.
Oh my God, guys, we've saved him. He's alive. Look at that. Just tucked up in here. I think we might have just saved this tortoise. Yeah, he's busy pooping. So he's still alive. Let's just see what he does. I'm hoping he turns away from the fence now. We'll just monitor him. A species of tortoise we don't see as regularly as we do with the, with the common one, the leopard tortoise. Let's just see what he does here. Come on, buddy. Shame, you can imagine how disorientated and frightened that little tortoise will be from getting shocked repeatedly on the fence. I thought it was dead for sure. Just behind where I found that tortoise is a whole bunch of feces and urine. So clearly, all of its reaction was to release everything once it was being shocked. Tortoises will often do that when they feel threatened. They'll often eject urine from the bursal sac and defecate to try and deter a predator. And so that's what this tortoise's natural reaction was once it started getting shocked on the fence. Normally by now they would have emerged and moved off. But I think because of the electrocution, this little guy is still in shock.
Definitely moving though.
Oh yeah, and he defecated while I was carrying him.
Drops here.
We'll give it 2 more minutes, everybody, to see if he comes right. Shame, Mary, I'd love to give him water, but we sadly don't have any water on the vehicle. The only thing we have is my cool drink, a cool drink called Oros, and that's not going to do a tortoise any good. But the good news is there's water everywhere at the moment, so it won't take long for this tortoise to discover water. But I just hope he goes and discovers it elsewhere and doesn't try to go through the fence again. Okay. We sadly don't have the entire afternoon to stay here with you, buddy. Oh, there you go. You just saw him retracting deeper into the shell, so he's still good. I'm going to put him deeper into the bush here, everybody, facing away from the fence, and hope that he goes the right way. So I stopped because I heard the arcing on the fence. Thank goodness for that. Otherwise we would never have spotted him.
Nature's soap.
Nature's soap. Yes, Andrew. Nature's soap. All right, good deed for the day done. Wow. Some pretty fresh tracks of a big male leopard walking along the road here, everybody. Massive male leopard. Those tracks are from today. Now I'll do a double backflip if we find a male leopard on live safari. See if we can show you the tracks in the softer mud here. Where did he walk? There. Yes, it's so cool seeing fresh male leopard tracks. I'm not going to jump out here, everybody. I don't need to. You can clearly see the fresh pug marks. But he walked up here recently. He walked up here this afternoon. Oh, come on, big guy. Show yourself to us. Please, please show yourself to me. Oh, come on. It's interesting, just as Andrew was focusing on the tracks there, I saw that both his front paws were side by side. So he actually stopped and paused in that little drainage line there. You have to wonder what made him pause here, because he was clearly just walking and then paused. Maybe it was us, maybe he heard me coming from behind him and has since taken off. But it could also be that maybe he was watching something moving on the fence up ahead. Maybe there were some impala. He just stopped briefly to watch them. Still walking here, still see his tracks. No problem. I'll definitely do a double backflip for you. I'll just do it into a swimming pool. Otherwise, I'll snap myself in half. I'm just coming up on the crest here. I'll come up here as quietly as I can. Because maybe if we scan along the fence, we might see him. We might still be walking along the fence line here. Andrew's shaking his head.
Not in a rude way.
Says he can't see anything on the fence. Yeah. Might have turned in off the fence already. Well, let's keep going. Maybe he's just down in one of the dips. tracks are still here. Still going. Now, of course, it's quite unlikely that he'll get through the fence. It's not impossible. We know that these leopards do move through the fences. But this stretch of fence line is pretty secure. I don't see him going through the fence here. So if anything, I think he'll cut back into our property here. Some very relaxed impala and guinea fowl along the road here. Well, I say relaxed. Those two impala are actually very alert. I don't know if it's because of me or because there's a leopard lying in the grass just down the valley here. They're not sounding the alarm, but you can see they're very alert to something. Almost as if they'd seen something moving. It's not often they stand with their necks stretched out like that for a vehicle. Maybe that leopard's lying down in this drainage line here. Watching them. Nah. Not to be. He's not there. Oh, my heart is still pounding out of my chest.
Rhino on the front road, just south of Bird.
I think that leopard turned off the road already, everybody. Can't see tracks of him anymore. Doesn't look like he walked through that little wet drainage line that runs through the fence there. It's okay though, it's still so exciting to know that he's here somewhere close by. And if he did cut off there and cut in towards our property, then or the centre of our property, then he's very likely going to head to Lowveld of South Africa, which is almost directly opposite us here now. So that's where I'm going to quickly try get to, everybody. the last little bit of time we have left this evening.
Rhino, by the hook, into the bush, gone into the box now. Okay, copy, thanks. Warren on Global, MI vehicle number 3. You're probably in number 8.
To answer your question about this leopard, if we'd seen him, no, it would have been a brief glimpse. He's not habituated. Well, that is if it's the male, I think it is. The dominant male here on Blowbunk, referred to as the Blowbunk male, is probably the most skittish leopard of them all. And could very likely be why he turned off the fence. He may have heard us coming from a distance and left the fence, got into the thick bush and was hiding from us. He doesn't like to be seen. I've only ever seen him once before.
Is that the ghost?
Yeah.
One day.
In Kennedy, Ann, to answer your question about security cameras along the fence line, no, there aren't cameras along our fence line. Fences are regularly patrolled though by the anti-poaching units. But we don't have cameras up. Very good chance there might be some other vehicles at Lowveld of South Africa, very popular spot for sundowners. If they are, we'll just move on. We're just approaching the waterhole now, everybody. It's going to be nice to see how much water is in the dam. Sure. Pulled up quite nicely. Oh, and we're in luck. It doesn't look like anybody else is here right now.
Gareth, net. Standing by. Copy you.
Such. Listen to the frogs. Just going to stop up ahead here, everybody, and we'll enjoy this beautiful scene for a while. See, there's a grey heron on the far side of the water hole here. Amazing bird. He must be loving all the frogs at the moment. Listen to these frogs. The frogs we're hearing, everybody, well, the most prominent one we're hearing now are the bubbling casinas. But I do hear some foam nest frogs and some grass frogs calling, not very close to the water, a little bit further off. See, Andrew spotted a terrapin that stuck his beak out. Come up for some air. That'll be the marsh terrapin. It's a great sound, eh? There's evidently water behind the dam wall here as well, because we've got the casinas calling both sides of us here. Always fascinated about frogs and their calls and how they locate one another. How does the female pick which one she likes best? You know, to us, they all sound exactly the same. But she certainly likes a particular call more than others and will head towards the one she likes. What I also find amazing is you sometimes get what's called a satellite frog, and it'll be a male that will go and sit very close towards the one that's calling, and he'll remain silent, and he just waits for a female to approach the calling male and then intercepts and will mate with her. Very sneaky.
Got a frog.
Has he got a frog?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well spotted. Has he swallowed it already? Is he still cleaning it?
Still got it.
Amazing.
Crazy how he cleans it.
Yeah, it is amazing how they clean them. Can't tell from here what he's got, but being in the depth of water he's in, it's very likely that it's a platana. Oh, was a platana. Down the hatch. Oh, sounds like a gorgeous bushrat calling. Imagine that bird comes to have a drink. Crazy. We might get lucky with the double-banded sandgrouse coming to drink now, just as nightfall approaches, is usually when they come for their drink. We've seen them here before, or rather I think we've heard them here before. Don't think we saw them, we didn't have enough light. I think we'll just sit tight here, everybody, till we wrap up this evening. It's such a beautiful place to be. Got this amazing grey heron for company. It's being ambushed by a marsh terrapin at the moment. Careful, buddy. You might lose a limb to that guy. It's just so wonderful to listen to the frogs, and who knows? Maybe that male leopard's going to come join us in 5 minutes. That's an amazing sound. See, we've got company. Station on Lowveld of dam wall. Would you like to come past?
Yeah, I can sit here for a few minutes. I'm not sure how long you're going to be busy there.
I'm just going to sit here for another 10 minutes before I move on. But if you want to come past, you're welcome.
Okay, no worries. We'll sit here for a few minutes.
Copy. Wow, they're really going at it now, hey? I can't wait to bring Harrison here. We're going to be camping out at my dad's house on Leadwood for the Christmas week. So from the 23rd to the end of the year, we'll be here on Leadwood permanently, which is going to be a lot of fun for us and for Harrison. And bring him here for sure on the first evening drive so he can come and sit and listen to these amazing frogs. Harrison is my son, everybody, for those of you that have joined us that don't know.
Rhino on the junction with Hippo Track and Eland Road on fire.
Cheers, Susan. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day. That is unbelievable. A bubbling casino orchestra. In full song. Yes, indeed, Mary, Kennedy Ann, it's an incredible time with my son. He'll be 3 in February, and he's just fascinated by everything out here in the bush. And then sometimes he's not, but most of the time he's fascinated by the beauty of nature and all of the wonderful little creatures and big creatures.
elephant are currently in 399 driveway heading towards Leopard Drive.
You're looking for frogs, Andrew? They're down there somewhere. Just next to the water's edge somewhere. Yeah, Mary, that was an amazing day. Watching my son talk to wildebeest. I'll be sure to record some more videos for you in the coming week. You see what interesting chats he has with wildlife over the next week and share it with everybody. Just listen to this. Well, folks, it's been another exceptional afternoon here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. And what a lovely way to end it here at this beautiful dam with these amazing frogs. Thanks very much for joining us, everybody. We hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.